Welcome to another episode. Today's episode, the question is, how do godly things make life perfect and satisfying? The question is, how do godly things make life perfect and satisfying? But what is it to be godly? When you understand that there is nothing to gain externally or nothing to lose, then you are at peace. The ultimate is in you and as you. If you really understand this, then you are at peace. So what it is to be godly? When you understand that there is nothing to gain externally or nothing to lose, then you are at peace. You have nothing to lose. The ultimate is in you and it is as you. If you really understand this, then you are at peace. Brahman is your own very self or soul. It cannot be an object of knowledge. It is always witnessing subject. It is not an object but a subject. That is from Taittiriya Upanishad. If someone cuts a branch of tree, it would bleed, but it would live. Pervaded by the self, living self, the tree stands firm, drinking in nourishment and rejoicing. But if the life, that is the living self, leaves one of its branches, then the branch withers. And if it leaves the whole tree withers. Similarly, this body dies when the living self has left it. The living self does not die. That which is the subtle essence of all, in that all that exists has its being. That is the truth. That is that self you are. This is from Chandogya Upanishad. Until we realize the unity of life, we live in fear. When one realizes the self in whom all life is one, changeless, nameless, formless, then one fears no more. So, I will repeat this. Until we realize the unity of life, we live in fear. When one realizes the self in whom all life is one, changeless, nameless, formless, then one fears no more. This is from Taittiriya Upanishad. Next we will see from J.Krishnamurti his speech on God. You talk a great deal about God, don't you? Your books are full of it. You build churches and temples, you perform ceremonies. This pursuit of God indicates the shallowness of your search. Though you repeat the word God, your acts are not godly, are they? Though you worship God, your ways are ungodly. Though you mention God, you exploit others. And the richer you get, the more temples you build. So you are only familiar with the word God, but the word is not God. The word is not the thing. To find the real, all the verbal utterances of mind must cease. The image of reality must cease for reality to be. For reality to be, the image and the temple must cease. For the being of unknown, the mind must put aside its content, the known. To pursue God, you must know God. To know what you are, pursuing is not to know God. The response which urges you to pursue is born of memory. So what you seek is already created. That which is created is not eternal. It is the product of mind. If there were no books, if there were no gurus, no rituals and other forms of escape, all that you would know is sorrow and an occasional glimmer of happiness. So if there were no gurus, no rituals or other forms of escape, all you would know is sorrow and an occasional glimmer of happiness. Then you would want to know what is the cause of sorrow. Then you would not escape through fanciful illusions. You may invent gods and other things, But if you really wish to find out the whole process of suffering, then you will not escape. Then you will have no addictions. Then you will be faced with waters. Then only you will find out what reality is. So, in essence, what he says is we escape through our gods, images of gods, temples, the gurus, the teachers, the holy books. We escape through that. Once you stop escaping, we are facing the reality. Then we start questioning this life. For most of us, the day-to-day life is mostly sorrow and some happiness. Then we question why this sorrow is there. We find out the reality if we don't escape. So that is his message. Then we'll see from Osho's book, The Message Beyond Words. This has to be understood because people have great misunderstanding about it. Ordinarily, people understand God to be some person that they will meet face to face. This is a false notion. God is not a person that you will meet and you will interview. God is a state. As you approach nearer to that state, you will go on becoming more and more godly. The day you become totally absorbed by that state, you will be God. There is no one else that to meet. You yourself will become godly. So godliness is a state, that's what he says. Once you are in that state, then you are godliness. You are not going to meet somebody called God, but you yourself will be in the state of Godhood. To see God means to become godly because it is a state. It is the ultimate peak of consciousness. It is the ultimate flowering of the seed that is hidden within you. It is the manifestation of the one that was hidden. Godliness is a state. This is why it is better word than God, because godliness is a state. It is not a person, it is divine. Instead of calling the ultimate state God or Bhagwan or Brahman, call it godliness or divinity. So in this state, instead of calling it God, if you say godliness, then you understand, or divinity, then you understand that it is not a person. Man has great difficulty. His languages change everything into symbols and analogies. And he does that with everything. What human beings do, they are unable to comprehend this and they make everything into symbols and analogies. So the symbols become more important, not the reality behind the symbols. When we were fighting for independence in India, a photo of Mother India was hanging in every house. There is no Mother India, but the photograph showed Mother India bound in chains, with Indian flag in her hand, shouting, "Long live Mother India." Most people forgot that there was no such thing as Mother India. It was just a symbol. The symbol is poetic and sweet, but it is not a fact. God is also a symbol. There is no one sitting somewhere as God. Hence, the real search for God is a search to become godly. As long as you do not become godly, your search will continue, because that is the ultimate search and ultimate thirst. So your search for God is not outside. That's what he is telling. You are not going to meet a person called God somewhere outside of yourself. So until you become godly, that is when you are in the state of God, that search ceases. Until then, you will continue to search. It is like a seed in the earth struggling to sprout, waiting for the rain. If there are pebbles and stones in its way, the delicate seed will move them away, or will try to find its way around them to the light, to come out of the earth and rise upward. And as long as the flowering does not happen, his journey will continue. Man is the seed. You can say that he is the seed of existence or divinity, of godliness. As long as he does not blossom into a flower of godliness, his restlessness will continue. This restlessness is creative. Without it, you will go astray. So again, what he says is, unless you reach the state of godliness, you will be restless, you will be searching. And that is good. But ultimately you should understand, you have to reach the state of godliness. This is not outside. That is why we are full of spiritual discontent, are fortunate. And those who are not discontented at all are saying we don't need anything, are most unfortunate. Many people come to me and ask, what is the need for meditation? What is the point of searching for truth? What we have to do with righteousness, religiousness? On this earth, there are no people more fortunate than this, whose seeds, these seeds are saying, what is the point of breaking open? What will gain by sprouting? What is the advantage of rising into the sky? What is the benefit of a journey towards the sun? These seeds will remain only seeds, lying like pebbles and stones. They will be miserable. They are miserable, but they are unable to experience the misery. So this is the answer to the question he asked about the belief in God actually. How do godly things make perfect and satisfied? So what is godly? Godly is godliness, a state in you. It is not outside of you. Godliness is inside you. You are in the state of God. You have to attain that. Even the word attain is wrong, because you are always godly. You just throw out that which hides it. The mind which invents stories, the mind which dreams up. Keep it in its place, then you see the godliness. You attain the state of godliness. It is always there with you. So with this, we'll end this episode. Stay with me for another episode. Subscribe to my channel. Share this video. Thank you.